Right, so is this live? I assume it is. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you some changes that I'm going to do to Solar, to the Solar AI system. And you can see right here, you can see on the screen, I'm using DesignSpark PCB, and you can see my new design. So this is the design here that I've created. It took me a while to lay these things out properly. But I thought I'd show you anyway. So here we've got a Pro Mini, and then we've got the DS3231 clock, some LEDs that I put on, some stuff for the light sensor, the shunt, AMS1117, switch, power, solar charge controller, because obviously from the for Modbus I need to be able to connect to the solar charge controller. We've got the ESP32. I'm going to add in, of course, the RS485, some input resistors for headers. I already have that at the moment. They just go to the buttons and we can control it that way. The ADS115, because at the moment it's just a hell of a mess, so wires everywhere. Then I want to have another board, and I want this one to be wireless. So this is going to be a wireless controller. So I'm going to put a TFT on this board, and I'm going to put this board somewhere else. It's going to basically be a remote. So I need another Pro Mini for that. And I'm going to add in the RYLR896, because I used this a few weeks ago and it's excellent. So I need to put one in this board, the main board, and one in the daughter board or the control board or whatever you want to call it. So it'll be good. So the RYLR modules are serial modules, so there'll be wireless serial communication between the two. And obviously the controller here will send commands to this, and it will send data to the controller so that this Pro Mini can populate the screen. So that's what I want to do. So I'll just show you this thing in 3D mode. There you go, you can see it there. If I can control this thing. There's the board. This is why I love this software so much. It's just brilliant software. You can see the pads for the AMS117 there. This is a bit weird to control. The computer's gone really sluggish, I don't know why. I think maybe it's because this live stream is doing something or other, I don't know. So yeah, you can see the board there with the drill holes and stuff. It took me a while to do this. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. So there are my plans for Solar. This will tidy up the wires, this PCB, and also I'll need to change, or I'll need to add this wireless module so that I can basically split the current one into two. So I'll have one which has got a screen on it, and you know, the wireless module, and then the main board will also have a wireless module, and I'm hoping that I can do it wirelessly. So instead of the screen having to be there, it won't have to. So that's my plan. So what I want to do now is link these things together, and I thought I'd give this a quick go live. We'll see how it goes. So I'll do unrouted connection. So if you do unrouted connections, you can plan it out and then do the tracks another time. So ground. So we want solar charge controller ground to ground. Arduino ground to ground. Arduino ground to ground again. Clock ground. AMS117 ground. Shunt is different, and switch will be different. Light sensor ground, that can go to power ground. You can see it here. I'll zoom in actually, because this probably won't look so good on YouTube. But then again, I can't, can I? Zoom back out a little bit. All these grounds here can be connected to ground. These are for LEDs. This is a new thing that I'm adding as well. So because the main thing won't have a screen anymore, I'm going to use LEDs to indicate what's on. So if it's connected to Wi-Fi, there'll be an LED. If it's connected to the server, there'll be an LED. If it's connected to, or if AI is on, there'll be an LED for that. Then whether it's on mains, non, or solar, there'll be a tri-coloured LED. You get the idea. So ESP32, connect the grounds. Where are the grounds? Connect that ground. There's a ground there. And there's a ground there. These resistors I'll do another time. The RYLR module's got a ground. The RS485's got a ground. Input resistors. Right, these are for the buttons. They're already on the current design, but the grounds need to be attached, of course. And that's everything for there. This, of course, needs input and all that as well, but I haven't really done this one. I've paid more attention to this one here. So the ADS needs a ground as well. And I think that's all of the grounds connected. So the shunt, I can't remember if I used A1, A2, A3, etc. I think I used A2 and A3, so I don't know which order I did that, so I'll leave that for now. With I2C, they can be daisy chained, so I don't really know how I'll do that at the moment. I think I'll leave that too for the time being. Switch, here we go. So we want 5 volts to the plus, then it'll go out to the switch and then back, and then that will go to well, whatever it needs to power really. So yeah, so from the switch this will be 5 volts, so it'll power the AMS 117, which will then supply 3.3 volts. So is there anything else that needs 5 volts here? Yep, that needs 5 volts, so that will go there. Anything else needs 5 volts? We'll power the ESP with 5 volts as well. Yeah, we'll power that with 5 volts because then it's got its own AMS built into it, so it could be better. Anything else that needs 5 volts? Of course, the Pro Mini will as well. And 3.3 volts, and you need 3.3 volts. Let's put it to there. The clock, the light sensor, the AMS. We won't bother with the ESP because we've used 5 volts and it's got its own regulator. The RYLR. And that's it for that as well. So anyway, I just thought I'd do a few things there to show you what I'm getting up to. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So what I've got to do really, before I get this PCB created and finished off and all that, I need to actually test it now with the mesh, with all the wires. So I need to do the RYLR, put that on, make this remote, and test everything before I finish this PCB design off. And then when I finished it off, I got it created, and there we go. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm working on. Thanks for watching. Bye.